there she sits again, eating in her living room, completely oblivious to the fact that I, and everyone else, for that matter, can study her every move. After dinner, she waltzes through her modest craftsman bungalow in her navy sweatshirt, even though it's the dead of summer, looks over a letter that seems to upset her, then tidies up, completely unaware that I'm just outside, watching and waiting. I open the app for the camera I set up in front of her house. A squirrel set the sensor off. Then I check the time again. 7 o'clock on the dot. From my car, I scan the street for potential onlookers as the sky darkens and she washes the dishes. If this is going to work, it's imperative that I know what she'll wear, who she'll be with, and what kind of state she'll be in on the day of the festival. Doing my homework for this isn't a choice. It's a necessity. Otherwise, I could end up in prison. I think she'll appreciate the new life I can give her, and the promises it brings. God knows her on-again, off-again boyfriend doesn't give her the attention she needs or deserves. From the outside looking in, I think her reasons for staying in her current life are trivial, at best. I'll actually be doing her a favor, because she needs to be rid of this loser for good. And I can give her so much more. The Tennessee River Festival downtown is less than a day away, and so far, I've concluded she's definitely going, despite how brutally hot it's supposed to be. The weatherman said it would be in the upper 90s by lunchtime, which sounds miserable. But the event brochure I slid in her mailbox, that was originally placed in mine, ended up magnetized to her refrigerator by the next morning. That same day, I saw her rummaging through a bathing suit-filled laundry basket on her couch. She lingered on her red string bikini the longest, then eyed the blue one-piece that zips up at the chest. I'm guessing it'll be one of those two. But my bet's on the red, because she won't miss a chance to show off her toned stomach. I noticed her, by chance, a month ago, when I was traveling for work. Her long brown hair, athletic frame, and the way her feet slightly turned out when she walked made her a flawless choice. I was just minding my business in aisle 3 of Kroger, browsing for some cereal when she breezed past me. The scent of coconuts caught my attention, so I whipped my head around to see what creature carried around such a sweet aroma. She sauntered through the store, looking exactly like what I'd been searching for. The way she charmingly interacted with customers mesmerized me, and I felt my jaw drop with a revelation. The idea hit me like a lightning bolt, and I felt as if I'd been waiting my whole life for her to single-handedly change my dire circumstances. My heart raced, and a smirk grew on my face. I knew what I had to do. My phone vibrates, and my entire car is illuminated. I hurry to hit ignore. It's almost 8 o'clock now, and I've got over an hour drive to get home. Besides, there's nothing exciting going on here anyway. Her on-again, off-again stopped by for a few minutes to pick up a few things, but it seems as if they're off again at the moment. From what I could make out, the fight they had a few days ago was over his many late nights away. There were plenty of times in which she slaved over a delicious meal all evening, only to wait around for him like a chump. I start my engine and let out a sigh as I spot her guy rounding the corner once again. He creeps past her house, windows down, with his headlights turned off. Apparently, even though he doesn't want her right now, he wants to make sure no one else gets her either. Typical. Relationships are complicated and messy, no matter who you are, and that's God's honest truth. That's why I've decided to take things into my own hands by removing the element of chance. I'm planning my own life the way I want, the way it should have been the first time around. Soon I'll end up far away, in the countryside, with one person and one person only. The only one who truly matters to me anymore. The one who's now a part of me forever. She's all I need. I roll down the windows on my lengthy drive home. The mountain air is extra crisp for a summer night, and I feel a misplaced sense of calmness rush over me, despite my inner turmoil. In just a day's time, it'll be done, and things will never be the same. Part of me can't wait, and part of me wonders if I'll actually be able to pull it off. To be safe, I'll plan on him being with her that day, but count myself lucky if they're apart. I only hope I'll catch her for just a moment alone. 30 seconds to a minute is all I need. Less than a minute to change our fate, redirect the future, and manipulate the sense we all instinctively trust the most. Our sight. I've planned things to the best of my ability, and feel confident with the educated guesses I'm making based on the evidence I've witnessed. I turn down the street to my house an hour later, and am surprised to see that the light in my study is still on. I leave my keys dangling in the ignition as I turn off the car and grab my belongings from the passenger seat. "Hey babe, how was work?" Startled, I jump. The sound of my car dinging must have masked their footsteps approaching from the open garage door. I take a deep breath and smile. "Oh, you know. The usual."